Dementia can be defeated, but we need your help. Donate today at baycrest.org.
Happy St. Patrick's Day Eve here on Breakfast Television. Steph, Don, Sid here with you. Devo's off. He is back tomorrow. Okay, let's take a quick poll here. How many shows or movies do we watch? Let's say shows, specifically shows. Do we stream with our significant other all the time? I got a ton of shows.
Yep.
Ton of shows.
Yeah, like 2 or so. We don't overdo it, but just a couple.
You don't do it for everything?
Well, no, because because it's hard to maintain that commitment of watching it together.
Right.
So I like to limit the amount of obligation that we have, especially because I'm traveling so much.
True.
Yes.
You're flying around a lot. I find this already fascinating. But yesterday, one of my favorite radio shows in North America, it's called the Dan Levitard Show out of Miami. They're great. It's predominantly a sports show, but they go over everything. And yesterday they got on the topic of, do you stream a show with your significant other, and if you're really interested, do you just go ahead? Do you stream without them and not even tell them you're doing it? Here's a clip.
Sometimes I watch a show and with my wife, and I love it so much, and my wife, doesn't have as much time to watch stuff as I do sometimes, so I want to move ahead without her.
Yeah.
I have to watch this next episode of Ted Lasso, and then when it comes down time that she can watch it, I'll just pretend like I haven't seen it.
It's entertainment infidelity, almost.
Entertainment infidelity. That was Billy Gill and Chris Cody from the show. Entertainment infidelity. I have never in my life tried to skip ahead. My wife and I are in entertainment lockstep. Her time is my time is her time. We have never even attempted to dive ahead. Didn't happen with Game of Thrones, didn't happen with Better Call Saul, didn't happen with some of our favorite shows of all time. I've never even attempted this, and I hazard to guess what would happen both ways if one of us committed entertainment binging infidelity. So Don, but it's not a big deal for you.
I just need to ask, how many years have you been married?
Since 2006, whatever
and
that
is. And that is why you are still married, because you have not.
Love you, honey.
You have not. Now the issue I have, well, and maybe it's not an issue, but the question I have for the radio guy that said, she's so busy that sometimes she can't. I'm like, what's she busy with? What's she busy with?
Why is she busy?
Why she's busy? Because she's probably taking care of everything in the household. So you cannot watch something without her. Now listen, I basically, Brad and I commit to like a couple of shows. I can start to tell when his interest is waning, and then what he does is he offers permission for me to go ahead and start watching the rest of it. He'll get to it when he wants to.
I do that for two things.
Yes.
Award shows, I tell my wife, because I go to bed earlier, obviously. I go, if there's like the Academy Awards Sunday, I'm like, finish. Go ahead. I'll figure it out the next day. Or usually The Bachelor towards the end, or The Bachelorette towards the end, because then it gets real. Then it's fantasy suites, right? Then she doesn't want to wait till Tuesday to watch it together, and I don't blame her.
Yeah.
But so you and Bryden, what's your situation?
Yeah. So my husband did this one time, and he will never do it again. No, he did it one time, and you know what hurt the most was the fact that it was a show that he had already seen, and was literally, it was time for us to see it together because I'd never watched it. It was Breaking Bad. And because he went ahead without me, he already saw it, and then decided to continue without me. I said, oh, well, I'm not watching it. And I've never seen past the first episode of Breaking Bad.
So
because
that's the wrath.
I'm in protest, yeah.
That's the wrath of Steph, is that you go, fine, but then you're punishing yourself.
I mean, I hurt myself a little bit, but he knows why I'm not watching it, so.
And has he ever done it again?
He has never done it again, no. And it's like, we don't watch too many, like he watches whatever I'm watching, and he always, again, like your husband comes in and comes out, so like 911. We actually do watch a Family Guy together every Sunday. That's the one.
You're still in the Family Guy?
Oh, yeah. Every Sunday.
I stopped after like season 38. I couldn't keep up.
It's just silly TV, that you can just like sit there and just, consume.
So again, you guys hadn't seen Breaking Bad.
So he had seen it. I hadn't seen it. So he made the choice. He said, oh, you have to see the show. We're going to watch it together. I'm here with you. And then carried on without me again. Like, watched the whole series again.
He couldn't wait for you on a show he'd already seen?
Exactly.
And he's still married. And you still married him.
Yes. Love of my life.
Brian, that's a huge miss, man. You have all the right in the world to be upset.
Yeah.
So what'd you say to him?
I just said I'm not watching Breaking Bad now. Like, you can, like, you know, because it's one thing when you have a partner that's like, you have to watch the show, it's so amazing, and they try to tell you all these things. So now he's just gonna have to live with those memories.
But that's right. You're just hurting yourself there too. Breaking Bad is one of the great shows
I've heard it. I've heard
ever.
that. Yeah.
Revisit it.
I'll
and
think
also,
about it.
don't watch Ted Lasso with Brian.
Oh.
You need to exact revenge.
Exact revenge.
Yes.
Ted Lasso by myself.
So, yeah, season 3, Solo Lasso.
Solo
For
Lasso.
you.
I like it.
At Breakfast TV, do you commit entertainment binging infidelity? Let us know. News coming up with Pfizer. There's a lot going on. Also coming up, our land acknowledgements benefiting the Indigenous community. Coming up at 7:40, we speak to the mind behind a one-man show about the state of reconciliation in Canada. It's 7:28 on a Thursday. You're watching BT.
Which, by the way, is what's about to happen to you.